The man lifted the rock and smashed it hard against the stone statue. The next second, a torrent of yellow sand came gushing out of the opening. Several people looked up at the sky in terror. They discovered that stone pillars from hundreds of years ago had suddenly come to life and were rapidly converging inward. As the pillars crashed together, the vibrations caused the sand beneath their feet to suddenly collapse downward. They fell into a hidden passage below. When they woke up again, they were amazed to find themselves in the legendary Golden Castle. But before they could catch their breath, the stone steps beneath them began rapidly retracting. They raced against time, running downward. However, they couldn't outrun the speed of the retracting steps. They fell down the stone shaft. Fortunately, the water below cushioned their fall and saved their lives. Following the direction of the water flow, they successfully found a mysterious cave. The moment they entered, they were stunned by what they saw. Inside were countless antiques, with gold, silver, and precious jewels scattered all over the ground. But strangely, an old man didn't even glance at any of it. He stared straight ahead at a large door. Then he pulled out a crystal orb from his pocket. According to legend, this crystal orb was the key to the Golden Castle. The old man then touched the groove on the door and pressed the crystal orb into it. The next second, the door's mechanism was triggered and it immediately opened. Several people eagerly walked inside. What they saw was even more breathtaking. Brilliant golden light radiated from all around them. Countless piles of gold filled the room, and even the walls were made of gold bricks. 12 crystal skulls surrounded the area. However, the skull on the throne was missing its head. According to legend, placing the crystal orb back would grant tremendous power. The woman then lifted the crystal orb. Unexpectedly, the crystal orb was directly pulled upward. An incredible scene unfolded. The crystal skull on the throne came to life. Using the old man's body as a vessel, it expressed gratitude to them and offered to fulfill one of their wishes. Upon hearing this, the woman greedily declared that she wanted to understand all the mysteries of the universe and learn all the knowledge of alien civilizations. As soon as she spoke these words, white smoke began pouring from the eye sockets of all 12 skulls. Everyone immediately had an ominous feeling. Sure enough, the next second, a thunderous roar echoed through the palace as it began to rapidly collapse. At that moment, the old man snapped back to his senses and explained that the crystal skulls were multidimensional beings, and the massive machine above would transport them all to another dimension. Seeing this, everyone tried to flee. However, the woman remained obsessed with her desire. With no other choice, all 12 skulls unleashed their power simultaneously, pouring knowledge into the woman's mind. As the crystal skulls merged into one, the woman's human brain was pushed beyond its limits. Flames erupted from her eyes as she instantly transformed into a ball of light and disappeared into the interdimensional portal.